Here's some simple philosophy of life. Always observe economy of time, speech, money, and energy. Always examine yourself to see if there lies within you a nobler thought, a sweeter word, and a kind and better action. Anyone can know where to start and how far to grow in life. If to determine the target and to attain it in the proper way is one part, continually watching our direction and effecting a course correction whenever necessary is another one. After my 70th birthday, I decided to make certain changes in my lifestyle. Instead of rushing through life, I have decided to work more intensively for the benefit of society and also for the betterment of my motherland, India. As a first step in that direction, I stepped down from the chairmanship of the Radiation Oncology Department of New York Hospital Medical Center of Queens as well as from the directorship of its cancer center. The next year, that is in 2019, I also stepped down from the chairmanship of Will Cornell Medical College and the Presbyterian Hospital of New York. Stepping down is neither resignation nor retirement. By then, I had been managing all those three posts for the last 25 years. It was not that I was clamoring for a post. I worked very hard to develop the New York Hospital Medical Center of Queens for about 10 years. To put it in correct perspective, the center was like my foster daughter. I was afraid to hand it over to anybody because of my lurking fear of their becoming negligent towards it, and instead doggedly worked for its betterment. When I look back, it appeared to be a correct decision. Of course, the alternative could have been to entrust it to somebody else and reduce my burden. Anyway, bygones are bygones. I continue to teach at these institutions and also to do research. In addition, I visit other universities at their invitation as a visiting professor and give guest lectures to disseminate the gist of my experience and the knowledge that I acquired over the years. In my childhood, my elder brother Madhura Babu consulted an RD astrologer to find out about my future. In India, there are several kinds of prophecy tellers who examine the palm or face. He predicted that I would become a doctor and set out to America, with exact dates too, but later I would come to serve the patients in front of the temple of Kapalishvara, an incarnation of the Hindu god, one of the triumvirates, Lord Shiva in Madras, now renamed as Chennai. We could not comprehend such prophecy then. In 2019, at the request of Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, the chairman of Apollo Hospitals, one of the largest medical conglomerates of India, I accepted the role of international director of that organization. When I visited Apollo's primary office at Chennai, which is near Kapalishvara temple, I immediately recollected the prophecies made by that astrologer. Nowadays, I frequent the center at Chennai. Apollo has 14 cancer centers across the country and I guide them to impart appropriate treatment for prevention, mitigation, and curing of cancer. I also visit the highly reputed Tata Memorial Hospital in Mumbai and AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, whenever required. I have a firm belief in the Sanskrit adage, Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Vrittirupena Samsthita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah, which means that the omnipresent power of the Almighty exists in one's profession. Whether it's the calling of a teacher, doctor, potterer, or a barber, the level of occupation in the societal hierarchy does not matter. No matter the level, as long as one sincerely pursues one's calling, the Almighty would certainly grace him. I often used to visit Shirdi in Maharashtra state to experience darshan of Sai Baba. I used to think if a cancer center was opened there, it would have catered to the poor and the needy in that area. How it could be made possible at Shirdi was my continual deliberation. My logic was that if God is found in the work, my work could also be found at God's abode. Baba made my dream come true through Mr. Radhakrishna V.K. Patil. Mr. Radhakrishna Patil was the MLA of Shirdi constituency. He was also the Minister for Housing in the cabinet of the state of Maharashtra. Ahmednagar was a part of his constituency. Had the political equations not gone awry, he would have become the chief minister of that state. Patil's father, Ekanta Rao, served as finance minister in the Indian central government. Also, he was conferred with Padma Bhushan for his social service. His father, grandfather of Radhakrishna Patil, Vittal Rao V.K. Patil, was also a Padma Shri Award recipient. He is reputed to have started the first sugar mill in Asia run by the farmers through a cooperative movement. When one of his family members was affected by cancer, they came to America. That's how first his son Sujay and then Radhakrishna Patil himself became acquainted with me. Gradually, we became thick friends. I came to know that they already had a trust founded after Mr. Vittal Rao V.K. Patil, which used to run engineering, medical, nursing, and dental colleges. Among them, Pravara Institute of Medical Sciences quickly grew into a deemed university. Patil's family invited me to the institute and made me its chief scientific advisor and chief patron. Whenever I visited the institute, they always made me sit in the seat of president and express their love and respect. There is a hospital of 1,000 beds in Shirdi affiliated with Pravara. I have a particular affinity towards the oncology department there. I also organize the fellowships for the students of the college at Basavatarakam Indo-American Cancer Center in Hyderabad. The CEO of our cancer center, Dr. R.V. Prabhakar Rao, is another devotee of Baba. He also wished to do something good for the postgraduate students of Shirdi and hence wholeheartedly worked with me on this project. The Patil family was so immensely happy when I was conferred with Padma Shri by the Union Government of India. They invited me to Shirdi and honored me there. Shirdi was inundated with billboards featuring me. Seeing them, I felt that Baba himself was honoring me. More than that, my prayer for a cancer center for the locals and good education for the students of that area was heard by Baba, who enabled me to realize that dream by bringing the Patil family closer to me. Baba had rendered true the adage, service to humanity is service to the Almighty. On one occasion, I came out of a Delhi hotel and was waiting for a car in the portico. There was a group of members of parliament nearby. Perhaps they had come to attend the parliament. One of them rushed towards me and despite my efforts to stop him, touched my feet. It was Mr. Kanumuri Bapiraj. He fondly introduced me to others as the doctor who treated my mother. I learned that he was the chairman of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam board. He invited me to Tirumala, personally organized and accompanied me to the darshan of the Lord, and also arranged for the Lord's sacred offerings, the prasadam. Also, the then executive officer of TTT, Mr. L.V. Subramaniam, took me to Alimelumangapuram and facilitated participation in the goddess Brahmotsavam. If this is not a divine blessing, then what is? Whatever we do and whatsoever greatness we accomplish, we are only the tools of the God Almighty. Often the adage Naham Karta Hari Karta is vindicated. There remain a few tasks I wanted to do but could not do until now. A few cancers can be detected early. If we can spread that awareness and rout them out without a trace, it would be good. One large foundation shall be started to help children. When mothers die of cancer, many children are being orphaned. I feel that these children should be given shelter, be educated, and be given help to stand on their own legs. In my profession, I have seen many cancer-affected mothers who were bothered more about the future of their children in their absence than about their own recovery from cancer. My dream is to allay their fears and assure them that the future of their children will be safe and secure even in their absence. My goal is to establish a not-for-profit foundation for these children. I also wish to make a documentary on mother's love. If any Bollywood or Tollywood artists, directors, or music directors come forward to do that, how every mother in nature strives for her children with unconditional love, how she toils beyond her limits. For example, one type of penguin, though small in size, swims miles together to catch fish for her little ones. When I learned of this and witnessed it during my trip to South Africa, I could not stop my tears. I feel like showing to the whole world the place of a mother in one's life by capturing such beings, endeavors, and love for their little ones. I also would like to incorporate in the documentary what the premiers of nations, scientists, and spiritual leaders have to say about their mothers. All the above tasks I may not be able to attend entirely on my own. Those dreams require the support of governments and important personalities coming together to achieve them. But I'm confident that one day I will surely accomplish them. Body, mind, and heart are interlinked with one another. If one is not alright, the rest won't work well. Hence, keeping our thought process clear can help to lead a healthy lifestyle. For that, I offer valuable suggestions. 9 of them. Shall we call them Navaratnas or 9 gems? The first one. Life shall have a clear definition. We shall have clarity about what we want to do, what we want to accomplish. 2. We shall clearly focus. To achieve our objective, we shall divide the process into smaller fragments and prioritize which objectives should be executed first and which follows next, etc. We shall concentrate on the most important task first. 3. Time is money. We shall use it efficaciously, never squander it. We shall invest time intelligently. We shall keep learning what is useful to us. We shall also keep ourselves up to date with the developments in the domain we have selected. We shall not procrastinate on tasks. Time frittered away can't be reclaimed. 4. We shall work hard. Success doesn't come easily. It won't come to us if we are idle. Whatever we do, we shall do it with 100% dedication. 5. We must not be stubborn in expecting that everything happens as we wish. It is better to plan on a macro level but make necessary amendments when required. 6. By not being practical and flexible and not facing reality, we may not accomplish the objective. We may despair. And very often, we may not accomplish what we want. 7. Unexpected opportunities may knock on a door. If we are alert, we can take advantage of them. We shall be prepared to face such twists in life. 8. We shall not shy away from taking a risk. We shall plan to address the obstacles and impediments we may encounter. We shall not have any fear of failure. Failures teach us lessons and experience. 9. The most important thing is that we shall accomplish our objectives on the foundation of our moral values. We shall respect our fellow human beings and Mother Nature. However rich or famous we may be, without values such status is hollow, empty. There is no happiness. Only when heart, mind and soul work in tandem can happiness be obtained. If we can feel proud of ourselves whenever we look at ourselves in the mirror, that is a real success. We shall be triumphant. As I mentioned in the very first chapter, my father was a teacher, a spiritual leader, a religious orator, and a philosopher. During one of my recent visits to India, I was able to get hold of one of his personal notes. As I prepare now for the years ahead, I would like to share with you a part of my legacy from my father. Always observe economy of speech, time, money, and energy. Always examine yourself to see if there lies within you a nobler thought, a sweeter word, and a kind and better action.